Welcome to Twin Speak, Christian music and other stuff. I'm Joe.
And I'm Matt.
And we're twin brothers who, like many of you, were raised on and by Christian music. Listen as we dive into the melodies and lyrics. We'll explore the artists and bands that shaped our upbringing, from the synthesizing energy of Krumbacher to the hard rock anthems of Petra, Skillet, Whiteheart, Striper, and more. We'll share our favorite memories, the concerts that blew our minds, and the tracks that still resonate with us today. In each episode, we'll not only review iconic albums and songs, but also invite special guests, fellow musicians, fans, and maybe even some of our childhood heroes to join in on the conversation. Expect plenty of surprises, from deep dives into the stories behind the songs and twin banter that comes along with being twin brothers. So whether you're a die-hard fan or just curious, we promise to keep it entertaining. Get ready for some epic throwbacks, insightful discussions, and of course, lots of laughter. Let's celebrate the music that brought us together and continues to inspire us. Welcome to the journey of Twin Speak.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Okay, start of the show right now.
I got something for you, man.
Welcome, everybody, to Twin Speak, Christian music and other stuff. This is Matt Prainito, and I'm here with Joe Prainito, who I'm not sure is actually here right now, so we're just going to go ahead and take this off. We're here and excited to talk about DC Talk. DC Talk. Such a great band. I'm so excited to be talking about DC Talk.
What the heck are you doing? Why are you talking so loud?
This is so much fun.
You're reading out on my board. You're literally reading out on my board.
You know, that's because when we were talking about Michael Sweet, you turned my volume down. There's something.
I didn't turn your volume down.
There's something to be said for you controlling the producing of everything after it's done.
Nope, has nothing to do with me, Matt.
Yeah, I think it does.
It really
does, Joe.
It doesn't. I know you might feel that way.
You're trying to block me out because I have just, in life, I know that I have overshadowed you, and that's not because of my weight. Well, I knew you were going to go there.
It was at times because of your weight. Anyways, well, hey, everybody.
Well,
let's
right back at you there, Joseph.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to Twin Speak. I'm Joe Prainito, and that's Matt Prainito. If you haven't heard him screaming at you in your car or through your headphones, wherever you're listening to this podcast, which we do want to say, you might be listening to this podcast on iHeartRadio. You might even be listening to it.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah. I know, because we've made fun of, hey, we're on iHeartRadio. And then, what do you know, people on iHeartRadio... I can't even say it. iHeartRadio actually listening, so that's pretty cool.
You have no heart.
What's that? They have no heart. Well, I heart
you.
Yeah, I have a heart. Yeah. So, but I'm trying to look. I'm actually. I don't know why I'm trying to find something and I cannot seem to find it now. But, anyways, I do want to say hello to everybody who's listening in Texas, because We saw that there's people listening in Texas. You've got Washington, which I don't understand, California, Indiana. Those of you that are listening in Indiana, hey.
Shout out to Indiana.
Shout out to Indiana. That's Nebraska. Those people listening to Nebraska. Yep. And Kuwait. So, yeah.
What?
Kuwait.
Kuwait?
Yeah. I don't know what language we do. Oh, Connecticut. We have Connecticut. We have...
okay. Connecticut's in the house.
Yep.
Boop, boop.
Trumbull, Connecticut, Michigan, Holland, Michigan. Michigan, that's where we're from, so... Holland.
That is... I didn't... Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
I did not realize that we were from Michigan.
Wasn't sure if you remembered. It's been a long time, but...
I do. I do remember. Yeah. Wow, so, I had no idea we had listeners from Kuwait, but also from, Texas, Connecticut, Indiana, Nebraska.
Wait a minute. I didn't say Kuwait. I said Kuwait. Also in Michigan.
Stupid. Okay. That might make more sense now. Hey, why is nobody listening in Iowa?
Yeah, you know what?
Where you're from?
It's a good question. You know what? Because they know me too well. Yeah.
Is that what it is? I'm like, you're not listening to that bozo.
I'm just looking at the ones that have listened to the last episode, not to the
gotcha.
the
Which
whole
one?
Of it all.
The one that just posted today, or the one that posted last week?
One that posted.
Because we're behind a couple of weeks on this episode. So which one?
Yeah, the Michael Sweet episode.
Oh, so the one that you can hardly hear me at all.
Listen, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I've been hearing about it all day. Text message, text message. I can't hear myself. Text message. For some reason, there's an echo text message. Hey. It's like, what?
Hey, if you're not going to do the job right, then...
then what? You're going to kick me off
right now.
I'd like to see you. No, it's just funny. If you're not going to do the job right, then you can't be a part of Twin Speak, and it's going to be called Me Speak.
Yeah.
Matt Speak.
Matt
Speak.
Speak.
So,
yeah. Well, it's okay. You know what? We know how that'll sound. It'll sound exactly like the Michael Sweet episode.
Exactly. I always say
we know what it's like to have me absent.
Well,
Matt wasn't able to join us this time, but I'm just going to talk and play the part of Matt and Joe.
Yeah, I can do that. I do that pretty good, actually. So, anyways, well, today we are talking. This is kind of a longer album, but this is an iconic album. This is DC Talks. I know what you thought. Heaven Bound? Nope, not that one.
Don't you know I'm heaven bound?
Yep. Maybe you thought it was the other one. I love rap music. Nope.
See, I thought it was, the other night I met a girl and she looked to be so nice. I asked her for 2 digits and she didn't think twice. A couple of days later, asked her out and she, asked her out and she, no, I can't even do it.
Would
I've
you?
lost it.
With me? It said without a doubt.
She said it like the curse and drink while smoking like a tailor.
I don't know what.
I asked her where she got her dress and if she had a tailor. Finally, I walked her to the door to say goodnight. She said, "Hey, I'm an apple. Would you care to take a bite?" But lately, I refused and said, "I'm looking for a lady." So she slapped me in my face and said, "Oh, you must be crazy." Yeah. Is it that one? Free at Last?
Then there's that one. Yeah, with Love is a Verb.
Yeah.
And all those. But no, it's not that one. It is Jesus Freak. Can you imagine? Can you believe it? Jesus Freak?
I can't believe it. Jesus Freak.
This is
I have to say, when Free at Last came out, I was proud. I was like, wow, because we saw DC Talk when they were doing Heaven Bound, and we're like, no. We didn't really love it.
You were proud. I mean, they were older than you, like a proud son.
I know, but there was something like, wow, you guys are actually like competing for mainstream. Like it sounded like rap.
Yeah.
And then when they went to Jesus Freak, it was like, oh my goodness, you and I were involved in more grunge, and this album was more along the lines of what we were listening to.
Right.
So good.
Yeah. Oh, no. So. I agree. I remember hearing that. I think it was Love is a Verb. No. It was Jesus Just All Right. And the video. Yeah, you showed me the video of that, and I was like, oh my, yeah, you're right. It's just that
showed him jumping around, and and Toby Mac was just rapping, like really rapping, and he didn't have that high voice.
Yeah.
that twangy, weird high voice that he had in the first two albums. This album, Free at Last, he was like, oh, wow, his voice is getting deeper, sounds more like a rapper. And then, I remember showing it to you, saying, you got to listen to this.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, but then when they came out with Jesus Freak, it completely changed everything as far as who DC Talk was, at least as far as I'm concerned. Every song on this album has its place. Like this is in my opinion, it's a no skip album. And very well thought out lyrics. It took them 3 years to come out with this one, from the Free at Last, and I think Free at Last was a big jump forward for them. But taking another 3 years to come out with this one, it shows, and they definitely earned their place in the market of mainstream. Atlantic, I believe was it Atlantic that I believe picked them up for their distribution. I think.
Nope, that was wrong.
I don't know.
Why don't you go ahead and leave the details to me?
Okay, go for it. Was it Virgin Atlantic?
Right, okay, this album came out. What?
Was it Virgin Atlantic?
Virgin Records. Yes.
Yeah. That's what I said. That'll take you anywhere.
Virgin Records. Yeah, exactly. They will. November 21st, 1995 is when this album was released. It was debuted at number 16 on the Billboard 200, selling over 85,800 copies the first week of its release, which at the time was the top-selling chart in Christian music of all time. I'm not sure who's taken that place since, but if you recall, DC Talk came out with a single of Jesus Freak, and you could buy the single, a CD. I remember it was actually at the Harvest Christian Bookstore, and so you can listen to the song. So I think there was a lot of anticipation maybe for this record to come out. But anyways, it was one of the top selling at the time. It was released through Forefront Records, was incredibly successful. Then Virgin Records picked it up for exclusive distribution. And then the label made it a priority to promote the album to mainstream musical fans. So, and the song that got him there was Between You and Me. So, there you go.
So, when you say musical fans, which kind of musical fans were they after? Were they after like the mainstream musical fans of like Sound of Music or Cats or maybe Phantom of the Opera? I mean, what kind of musical fans are you exactly after?
Deja vu. I swear I just heard about this right now. I don't understand why. Do you have a script or something like that?
I don't. I just remembered, and I know we glitched, and I decided you never gave me an answer, so I would go ahead and ask the question
I did.
again.
You just didn't hear it.
No, I didn't.
So it was the musical fans are those that are not Christian fans. Maybe Christian musical fans. Mainstream musical fans.
Oh.
Mainstream music fans. Music fans.
I see. Not musical fans. You said musical fans.
No.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I did.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
We did already play that. What's that?
We're just making sure we're on the same page here, you know?
Yeah, we're on the same page. So we're going to go through this album, obviously, but before we continue on, I think that first song that we played was called So Help Me God, which this song explains essentially somebody who's looking for a deeper connection in something else, some kind of purpose in life, and kind of gets to the place of saying, okay, well, hey, there's Jesus out there, but help me, God, to have faith in that, because it's difficult to have faith in something or someone that you can't see. But this is an individual who's essentially searching for something. And so that song is about, okay, well, I'm going to put my faith in God, but God, I need you to help me to put my faith in you. So really cool song. Great way of opening up this album.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And it's a rock song. You know, that's really what it is. It's different from your normal DC Talk. Yeah. So yeah, it was incredible. Now the next song, Colored People. I'm pretty sure I know what this one is about. It's obviously in the title. This is, I believe, they were touring quite a bit. They were in Las Vegas, and they went to go see the Blue Man Group. And as they were watching the Blue Man Group, they're like, and how many blue men do you see? Like, there's a lot of colored people up there, and you can actually hear them in this song counting them off, like all of them. They're like, "Hey, everybody, count when you see them," and it's like one, two, three. Colored people. Nailed it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's about the Blue Man Group. Maybe we should just play it.
This is where I'm just going to leave you to go ahead and host this yourself. It just, because I don't know how to entertain this. But yes, that is not what this song is about, Joe. It is not about Blue Man Group.
No.
It is about racism. It's not funny.
It's just, it showed up and I can't stop it.
Said it's about racism. And you pushed the funny button.
No. I pushed the funny button when you said it's not about the Blue Man Group. And then it just kept playing through. Anyways, keep going, Matt.
Got it.
As you're talking about what it's about.
That was Joe, Praini, Pastor Joe Prainito. Yeah, who continues to curse.
I'm not cursing. I'm blocking you out.
Speaking of Joe, should we listen to a song of Joe's?
No, we've heard enough.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. You're so dumb. Please shut that off.
This is whose face? With your eyes,
Matt. Now, this is a very serious song.
Who's warm embrace? Yeah. All right. So this is what happens when you put singles of yourself on online.
Where'd you get that?
So
Spotify?
Yeah. We should. You know what? It's a rare find.
Yeah.
Nobody had it. Nobody had it. Nobody.
It's got no views.
It's got no views. It was pretty easy to find because nobody had it. It's not like the Crucified album that was sitting in your cart, but in my hands. So, anyways, hey, we should go on to the next song. This song is about racism, and honestly, the band DC Talk has, and they even say it. It's like it's two white individuals. It's Kevin and Toby, and then Michael Tate, who is a black man. But then he even said at one point that they were touring, and he went inside of just a small little like country store in the middle of the South, and they actually looked at him and said, "Hey, you need to leave here before dark." And he was like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, we'll hang you." And so, where do you think that racism isn't or has progressed? We still have towns that have not appreciated the change. And what this song really does is it says, you know what, God created just a kind of a tapestry of colors, and we should appreciate them. And so this song is called Colored People.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. I'm like automatically anticipating that there's going to be a delay, so I'm singing the song after what I hear
And
because I don't want to look stupid.
what's funny is I'm anticipating a delay too, so I'm actually waiting about another 2 seconds before I sing the right song.
Oh, yes.
So now we're really all off. Anyways,
Perfect. All right.
Colored People, obviously a great song.
Obviously,
which-
I've heard it 3 times tonight.
I've heard it about 4.
Yeah, okay, maybe I've heard it 4 times.
But yeah. Anyways, so the next song on this is the title track, Jesus Freak.
Yep.
Jeez.
Which is really cool how they took this because I mean, the term Jesus freak was actually kind of a put down to individuals who were Christians who were, I mean, I guess you could say, quote, religious. And it's like, oh, that's a Jesus freak. And what DC Talk did is they said, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I am a Jesus freak and I'm proud to be a Jesus freak. And they kind of took an anthem approach to this of I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to make a stand for what I believe. I believe in Jesus. I'm proud to say that I believe in Jesus, and we're not going to make it something to be ashamed of anymore. We're actually going to focus on this as being a positive thing. And yeah, you know, what will people say when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak?
What will people do when they find out it's true? I love that.
I don't really care if they label me a Jesus freak.
Yeah,
because there ain't no disguising the truth.
You can't disguise the truth, Matt.
You can't disguise the truth.
I've tried disguising the truth. Have you? What's that?
It was like a Night at the Roxbury, thing.
Yeah. That's true. But no, the words on this were awesome. This became an anthem for youth groups, for Christians to say, you know what, that's true. I'm going to stand up, and it's not just proudly proclaiming I'm a freak. That wasn't the deal. It was, listen, you call me what you want.
You did that anyways.
Me. Yeah, of course I did. But you call me, I mean, you've always been a freak.
What's funny is I have. Nobody's ever labeled you a Christian, though. It wasn't until this song where you said, maybe I should start following.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
When you start to go into just craziness, I'm just going to hit the bleep button. It's just...
What? That's fine. You do that. To the vein may bring you tears. All right. We should just play this. When you go into craziness, I'm just going to play bad Joe Prainito singing songs, which there's plenty of them.
Yeah, I just wish that I could find yours. I wish I could find yours on the internet. That's the funny thing, because you have.
I was smarter than you.
Too. Yeah, I guess you probably were. All right, so let's go ahead and play Jesus Freak.
Let's do it.
The truth.
Come because my death is.
Oh, that was good. That was surprisingly good, Matt.
Yeah,
that was surprisingly good.
You shouldn't be surprised. It's DC Talk, and it's Jesus Freak.
I was talking about you.
Surprised that you're surprised at how good that was.
I'm more surprised about your kamikaze. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember when Kevin Max used to sing this song, and he would do that. He would like, "My death is gain," and I don't know why. I still don't know why.
what the sign of the crucifix on his forehead?
Yeah,
You mean? Yeah, he would do
as
that.
like kamikaze.
Yeah, I don't
My
know.
death is gain. I've been
Uh,
marked by my maker of
Yeah.
peculiar display.
Yeah,
High
and
and lofty,
they see me as weak. Yeah,
as I won't live and die for the
for
power they seek. Yeah.
There was a man in the desert with naps in his head.
The sand he
Sand
walked was also his bed. The word that he spoke made people assume there wasn't too much left in the upper room.
With skins on his back and hair on his
Hair on
face.
his face. They thought he was strange by the look of his face. See the Pharisees tripped when they heard him speak until they came to the head of Jesus.
Afraid. People think it went in.
Yeah, no, great song. Love this song. Still holds true today. Like just a great album, great song. But this next song actually was one of my favorite ones. I mean, there's a lot of favorites on this one, but this one's called "What If I Stumble," and it recognizes the pedestal that they're on as Christians. That not only are they Christians and they have their walk, but they're also on display, and they're on display because of the songs they write, the concerts they play, and I mean, honestly, Joe, you don't know anything about this, but when they're famous and they walk around, they're also being looked at. And you weren't looked at.
I don't want to be
But
famous.
I mean, they're being seen as, okay, that's an example of a Christian, but what if they stumble? What if they fall? Are they going to make fools of all of us Christians? And I think it was just really good recognition and probably some good self-reflection over even some of what they struggle with. And I mean, it's, you and I have talked about this before, even on some of the songs on Sidewalk Prophets, where the pastor was like, I'm a pastor of a church. I have questions just like you, type of thing. And it's like, I think it's good recognition that, they're on this pedestal, but hey, they're people too. But what if they stumble and fall? And so the song is just a great song. Good acoustic song too.
Yeah, it is. And they played this one live. It was cool because they played it kind of in a round, with
it was a rotunda.
It was a rotunda. It was a rotunda, and they would play it in a round on the rotunda with rugs and with couches and lamps, and it was a really cool little setting. And they would just kind of sit and chill, and they'd be like, "Welcome to my living room." Remember?
Yeah.
Anyways,
welcome to my living room.
Well, let's go ahead and play.
I like basketball.
You want to watch a little bit of basketball?
Let's just play this song.
All right. What if I stumble? Here we go.
The greatest single cause of atheism in the world today is Christians who acknowledge Jesus with their lips and walk out the door and deny him by their lifestyle. That is what an unbelieving world simply finds unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Is this one for the people? Is this one for the Lord? Or do I simply serenade for things I must afford? You can jumble them together, my conflict still remains. Holiness is calling in the midst of courting fame. 'Cause I see the trust in their eyes. Though the sky is falling, they need your love in their life. Compromise is calling. What if I stumble? What if I fall? What if I lose my step and I make fools of us all? Will the love continue when my walk becomes a crawl? What if I stumble? And what if I fall? What if I stumble? What if I fall? You never turn in the heat of it all. What if I stumble? What if I fall? Father, please forgive.
I remember showing you this song in my truck when we were working together at Corona Nissan dealership.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you got to listen to this song. And you and I weren't much of friends, like at that time. We worked together. We were friends working together, friends on stage. But other than that, you were just kind of a complete jerk, which is
You were
why this.
Yeah, you were unkind. You're
Yeah.
a very unkind person.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and what's funny is now you're very unkind.
You whipped your hair. You were a hair whipper.
What?
Yeah,
You even
you
know
used to
what
whip-
that's.
Well, you know what? That's the problem. If you still don't know after all these years. Anyways, but yeah.
Great
yeah,
song. It's a
yes.
great song. But I
What were you
remember
gonna
I remember showing it to you. And at the end there where Toby does a little bit of rap, you're like, does he have like I just showed you a great song. And instead of recognizing the great song, you said, does Toby have to add rap to everything? Like it was
Yes.
just like I mean, you were on this musical pedestal, that you put yourself on, and I just showed you a song that should teach you. Joe, you're stumbling. Joe, you've fallen. And all you can look at right now is not the song that I'm trying to reach out to you to say, come back. And instead,
Yeah.
your anger got the better of you.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I'm feeling.
Which you
I'm
just
feeling
did
more,
that day
feeling
after
remorseful
day
now. I
after
apologize.
day
Yeah.
after day by day
I have seen you.
by day.
I've seen you stumble and I've seen you fall, and it's
Yep.
funny every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I get back up again.
You do. I get
Yeah.
down. I get back up again.
I get back up again.
Yep.
I get down and I get back up again.
So the next song is "Day by Day," and this is a remake.
It is a remake.
Yeah. So, but what's funny is you said that day by day, by day by day. It's from Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents. When Greg Fokker is praying for dinner.
Right.
Greg, would you like to pray? Sure. Like, he just starts going on his prayers like, we pray day by day by day. Lord, these 3 things I pray.
To lovely, more nearly.
More
Anyways,
nearly,
let's go ahead and
follow
play.
thee more dearly. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and play DC Talk's version of this. Day by Day.
I live a simple life, I take a day at a time. I spend my mornings with God before I hit the grind. The subtleties of darkness never cease to amaze as the physical world creates a spiritual haze. Blinded by distractions, lost in madness affairs, reaching through the darkness, trusting you will meet me there. Oh dear Lord, 3 things I pray. To see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by
Yeah, it's a great song.
It is a great song.
I mean, it's a remake, but yeah, it's a great.
Yeah.
Song.
It's a remake, but I don't think the original song has all the other words in it. I think the chorus, I don't know for sure though, but this song is about carrying daily burdens and feeling condemned by the enemy while you're carrying them. And essentially day by day, you're carrying those. And so essentially explains someone who is on this road to nowhere carrying this burdens and saying, okay, I can remove these, but it's going to be through prayer and loving him and following him. And so day by day and taking it day by day. So great song. Great remake.
It is.
Good for DC Talk.
The next one's Mrs. Morgan. And you know what? We don't even have to introduce it. Let's just play it because it's funny.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm Catherine Morgan, and I'm the next door neighbor to the Goatees. And And the goatees were over there, and they had a drummer that came in here to play the drum that day. And he played it early in the morning, and he played it. I had him for breakfast, and for lunch, and for dinner. So I hollered at Todd and told him that I couldn't stand that drummer any longer, that he was driving me crazy. And Kevin spoke up and said, Miss Morgan says, that's a live drummer we've got over there today. And I said, if he hits the drum one more time, he's going to be a dead drummer. And that was the last I heard of the drummer that day.
Just makes you wonder, what were they thinking when they said, hey, let's get Mrs. Morgan over here to be on this album? Because you hear them laughing in the background.
Yeah.
When she says that.
When I lived in Franklin, Tennessee, I remember knowing where Goatee Records was. And I drove past it because I'm like, I've got to see if Mrs. Morgan is really next door. And I would drive past her every once in a while and just be like, do I see Mr. or Mrs. Morgan outside? But I do remember going past it, and then I saw, because Goatee Records, it's in a home, it's in a house.
Yeah.
And next door, there was a mailbox and it said Morgan on it. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. So, the next song is, Like It, Love It. No, I'm sorry. It's Between You and Me. Between You and Me.
Between You
was
and
the
Me.
song that was all over charts, mainstream charts.
It was. And this actually discusses kind of the friction that happens between two people, not necessarily those that are involved in a relationship, but just friction that happens, and really the kind of the internal struggle that happens between pride and resolution. And so it talks about, okay, you can live with this, have your pride, and then not talk about it, or you can seek resolution. But essentially it says, don't let the sun go down without having a resolution. So the desire is to get to a resolution. So
yeah,
I thought it was a really well done song, but it is the one that essentially got DC Talk into the top charts, the Billboard Hot 100 charts.
Yeah.
So
and it talks a lot. That's the thing. It is a very Christian song because it's talking about your relationship with God. It's talking about seeking forgiveness, that's the promised land, and the lyrics on it. If you haven't read them, I would definitely take the opportunity to look them up, because sometimes we kind of forget. We go along with the song and we lose kind of the meaning, which is why it was just so great back in the day when you had to take the cassette or the vinyl home and read those lyrics. But I did spend time actually reading these lyrics over the past couple weeks, and I was like, I didn't, sometimes we put words in there that aren't actually there.
I know, that's true. I noticed you doing that.
Yeah.
You do that quite often. But no, I did the same thing when I was reading the lyrics. I'm like, oh, that's what that says.
Yeah.
Not what I thought it said. So
let's preview this, Between You and Me.
Sorrow is a lonely feeling. Unsettled is a painful place. I've lived with both for far too long now, since we've parted ways. I've been wrestling with my conscience, and I found myself to blame. If there's to be any resolution, I've got to peel my pride away. Just between you and me, I've got something to say. Wanna get it straight before the sun goes down. Just between you and me, confession needs to be made. Recompense is my way to freedom now. Just between you and me, I've got something to say. Confession is the road.
is that a Mylon Lefebvre Broken Heart? Which one? Which album is that one?
Oh, you mean the one I was holding up while we were playing that?
Yeah.
Let's crank it up.
Oh, I got to look that up. I want that one.
Yeah, let's crank it up. Crank it up, Mile and Lefevre. I'm going to tell you something. That is a great album. Denomination Demolition.
That is a great song.
It is a good song, but you don't have to look it up right now, Matt. There's other stuff to do, like this podcast.
Actually, I got a text from work.
Oh, I see. So, anyways, yeah, but that song right there is that's just such a great song. I don't know, I love it. But anyways, speaking of loving it, what's the next song? Actually,
the next song is called "Like It." What's that clicking?
I think I'm looking it up here.
Okay,
I got out of
it's "Like It, Love It, Need It," and
Like
this is essentially that you're not going to find what you're looking for in selfish desires. So you got to love freedom from strife and having Jesus in your life. Like it's kind of taking a turn from selfish desires to selfless desires and really focusing on the Lord and your relationship with God, which this album is a lot of that. It is a lot about the relationship with the Lord. And actually, I mean, looking at even what it says here, this album the whole album ranges from spiritual, kind of spiritual relationship of accepting Jesus, hypocrisy, to social kind of things that are happening in the world today, and then also with seeking forgiveness, racism, facing intolerance, and then acceptance. That's what Wikipedia says.
Wow.
So it ranges from a lot of different things, but it took them a long time to write it. So
yeah, and it really does come down to kind of that whole, trying to gain the whole world but lose your soul type of a thing, because it's hey, we're going after this. So you want money? Okay, fine. But it's not about that. It's it's about a relationship with God. So, anyways, gotta like it, gotta love it.
Yeah. This is not. Is this Achy Breaky Heart?
No, wait a minute.
Not in the county. This is Tim McGraw.
This is a whole different way they went.
Oh, I like it, love it. God.
They did not go. They did not go where I thought that DC Talk was going to go with this song.
No, they did not. They did not.
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy. But I do like the chorus. The chorus is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is this Michael Tate? Let's hear. Oh, you know what? This is the wrong song.
It is the wrong song. That's for sure. It is.
I don't know what. What am I thinking? Jeez. You know what? Let's play the right one. Here it is. Here it is. Like it, love it, need it. That's the difference.
See, I don't know.
Not just like it, love it. It was like it, love it, need it.
Need it. Yeah.
Yeah. I looked up like it, love it. Here we go.
Under these circumstances,
Sounds better.
they can hardly
Tim McGraw sounds like Toby.
It does.
notice their fleeting glances and their lack of hope. I offer this suggestion they don't seem to care of. This is my generation, drowning in despair.
The best part of this song is when it gets to like the bridge. It's like it, love it, need
I
it.
know.
You know, and then Toby goes into a rap, especially live. Such a good song
Here it is.
live.
Oh, we just missed it. This whole thing when the bass comes in.
Yeah. Drums.
I know. Yeah.
It's not for nothing. It's not for nothing.
Yeah. No, it's not for nothing. That's a great song. Great song. Man.
Great song. And yeah. And with that, I think we're going on to the next song, which is the title track, Jesus Freak.
Again? I have to say, this version almost as good as the actual song, Jesus Freak.
Debatable. I think it's actually better.
Okay.
It's more in your range of how you can sing it, though. Like I totally anticipate the way that you would sing this song, and it's just like this.
I love the ending part where he's like, "How many of you are from Shelbyville? I see your hand.
I see.
Glory. All right, let's play it.
Just wave your hands and.
What would people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? And what will people do when they find that it's true? What would people think when they hear that I'm a Jesus freak? What would people do when they find that it's true? Hallelujah. Thank you. How many came from Shelby County today? Hallelujah. I see that, yeah. Hallelujah. Glory.
Yeah, it's just such an awesome song.
It's just they're having fun, which is what I like. They're just having a good time in the studio.
I know. So the next song here is originally written by Charlie Peacock, which we saw Charlie Peacock at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, he had a big man's hat on.
He did. He had a big man's hat in a big man's world. That was a great song, though. I did like that.
It is a great song. I don't know why we loved it so much, though. I think because it was just interesting. But Charlie Peacock did write this, and when I heard that he wrote this, I was like, "Huh,
yeah.
Okay."
In the light.
But this is just a worshipful song. I mean, honestly, it's one. I think I did it for special music at church once when I was leading worship. I know that. I think not too long ago you might have played it by a campfire.
I did. Yeah. We had this deja vu. We had this before. I did play it by campfire, and everybody was looking around like, I know this song. Like we played this at our youth group. So it's one of those songs that it found its way off of the CD and into the churches and into the youth groups, and it's catchy. It's acoustic. It was around that time where acoustic music like Jars of Clay was really coming out. Third Day. So they definitely put their Three crosses.
PFR.
Yep. Keep going. Audio adrenaline. Mortification.
Wait. I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah. That was
different style at that time. But yeah.
A little bit. But let's go ahead and play In the Light. Because this I love how it starts off with like a splash.
Then a count in. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We don't want to hear you. Let's play the song In the Light.
Nor you. Here we go.
It's just a good song. It's worshipful, but it's also ministers. I mean, the disease of self runs through my blood. It's a cancer fatal to my soul. Like just the selfishness that runs through them, and the fact of really dying to yourself and then wanting to live in the light. Like it's such a great song about laying down your life and following Jesus. Like just great song. Worship, acoustic, great harmonies.
Yep. And I mean he's pulling this out of scripture, to be in the light as he is in the light, and we're called to be the light, to not, the Bible talks about not hiding our light underneath a lampshade, or that we're supposed to let that light shine. Right. So I want to be in the light, and as he is in the light. So yeah, that was one of those songs that was just and still is. It holds up very, very well. So
it does.
The next song, What Have We Become? It's a great question. Because today, as we've had some complications with our podcast, I've asked that question several times. I mean,
well,
really, what have we become?
It's what have we become?
I don't know.
But this. Okay. Everybody should laugh. But I mean, it talks a lot. I mean, this song is, what have we become when love has boundaries? I mean, essentially, we can preach love, and it talks first about this pastor that preaches love, and then there's a interracial relationship that he frowns on. And it's like, okay, where is the boundaries on love when you can talk about love but not live it out and not accept other things? And so, I mean, it says we've become just these self-indulgent people in a world degenerating. And honestly, it was a song probably before its time a little bit, or perfect in its time, but things have just gotten so much worse over the years that it calls it out, and it asks and begs a very important question, which is, what have we become, and what are we going to do about it?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So the fact is like you said, it was a great question for the time, but it's a question we still need to ask ourselves today. What have we become? And literally, as we watch the news, that is a question. What have we become as Christians? What have we become? Why aren't we loving others? Why aren't we caring for others' needs? Why are we still judging one another instead of embracing one another? Why, in the middle of our sin and our shame, do we run away from the church instead of run to the church? It's like, why have we come to this place? So, very relevant song today. So let's go ahead and play this. What have we become?
Right. Yep.
The preacher shuns his brother, 'cause his bride's a different color, and this is not acceptable. His papa told him so. It was love that he'd been preaching, but this was overreaching. The boundary stretching further than his heart would choose to go. Like an angel with no wings, like a kingdom with no king.
I like that rap that Toby does. I mean, he is essentially telling it's a complete lie. I mean, what he's saying, it's like, he's saying essentially what we have become. Like, grab all you can because you only live once. You have the right to do whatever you want. Like, he's calling out exactly what we are becoming. We're becoming a generation that is selfish, that is self-motivating, that feels that we're untouchable. And so I love that the song kind of shifts. It goes from what have we become, then to him showing you this is what we're becoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
It's good. Good.
I
Great
feel like
recap
I've said it
there.
before. Let's say it again. What have we become?
You know what? Yeah. I feel like I could say that too. What have we become? Twin
You
Speak.
definitely can say what have we become.
Christian music and
This
other
next
stuff.
song is the last song on the album.
Great. It's a great song.
It's a great song called Mind's Eye.
It is a
and
great
it's
song.
essentially about faith, having our faith in God. And even in the middle of the song, I think Chuck Smith is talking. Is it Chuck Smith? No. I keep thinking it's Chuck Smith. It's not. It's Billy Graham.
Yeah.
And he's saying, have you seen God? Have you seen him? I can't see the wind. I can see the effects of the wind, but I cannot see the wind.
Right.
There's a mystery to it.
Yeah.
And the mystery to it is that you can't feel God, or no, you can't see God, but you can feel him and you can see the effects of what God can do. And it's all around us. You just have to look through your mind's eye.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly it. You got to look through your mind's eye.
Yep.
So let's go and play this last song, Mind's Eye.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thank God.
No, it's called Mind's Eye.
Oh, Mind's Eye.
Yeah. Jeez.
In my mind, I can see your face as your love pours down in a shower of grace. Some people tell me that you're just a dream. My faith is the evidence of things unseen.
Take it away, Kevin.
Take it away, Kevin. All right. Well, Joe, this has been a lot of fun.
Yes. This has been a lot of fun. And for those, so nobody
go
knows.
ahead.
Nobody knows by the time we probably have this thing edited, but we have had so many glitches on this episode of having to stop and restart and stop and restart, and it's it's just been a this we started at 8:30 and 9 o'clock
8:30
my
your
time,
time.
and it's 10:45, so it's been about 2 hours for this 1 hour episode. But anyways, you know what though, I have to say, well worth it. This album though, seriously, is an iconic album. Listening to it, reviewing it, it's just it's standing on its own. We don't really even have to review it. It's just one of those things that, hey, let's listen to this again together. Let's talk about it because it's worthy of pulling it out after almost 30 years now. It's crazy because it still stands. It's one of those albums that's like this can play on the radio, and you wouldn't even think twice about it being. It doesn't sound like a classic, right?
It's not dated. It is kind of timeless in a way.
It is dated on the back of the album.
It is
if I look,
dated, but not dated to that
here.
same degree.
Right here.
I mean, the reality is also. I mean, I think this album, and especially the song "Jesus Freak," was kind of seen of historical importance because it was believed to have the first link between grunge and rapcore in CCM. So CCM, for the first time, saw these two come together, get married, and create a baby called Jesus Freak.
Ooh, that's romantic.
Yeah.
That's
the conception of new.
It's the conception of new. The conception. You know what?
It's
knew
almost immaculate.
You could take CCM and you can take grunge and you can marry them together and say, hey, you two together would make great children. And they have. They
freaky
have.
children.
They've made great freaky children. Yeah, I am a product of the freaky parents.
I am. Yes, I am too. Yep, I know your mother.
So you're a product. You're a product of the freaky parents too.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Freaky Parent Show.
That's Matt Prainito.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in case you're wondering.
Well, great album. Great time reviewing it multiple times with the various problems that we've had, but well worth hanging in there. And yeah, just a lot of fun to do. I mean, I think DC Talk is they're an iconic band with three amazing artists who had careers even after DC Talk broke up. And I mean, Michael Tate is with Newsboys. Toby Mac's doing amazing on his own for Toby Mac.
Yeah.
And Kevin Max was in some stuff as well and does some poetry. Yeah, I mean, really good.
Yeah. Well, I'm never ready to poems. I was going to say,
let's close this down.
Kevin Max it's not just that. He's been on Audio Adrenaline.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he said some poetry.
He did. He wrote poetry.
Yeah, I know he has, but I just thought it's funny that you went there instead of Audio Adrenaline.
It's been a long day, and it's been a long episode.
It has. Anyways, all right, everybody.
Go. Hey, everyone, subscribe.
Yes.
Give us a like or two or 5 stars. Hey, give us a comment. Tell us what we could do better.
No, just send us a message about that. But yeah, everybody, like us, love it, need it, right? Isn't that what DC Talk said? So
that's what DC Talk says.
Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, iHeart, wherever you're listening. But anyways, everybody, God bless you. Thank you for listening and being a part of Twin Speak for this episode. Remember to continue to live your life, to be a blessing to God and to be a blessing to others.
Be good people, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
All right. Bye.